Team, for those of you familiar with the channel, you know I love a good quick fire, right? Nothing wrong with a low and slow, but when I can get equal enjoyment out of something that takes about 5 minutes, I'm into it. This is one of my favorite snacks. To play on the lobster roll, this is the scallop roll. Let's get into the action. So when we think of scallops, we want to celebrate the ocean, all right? I was just in northern Norway doing some scallop fishing, so scallops are fresh on my mind. Here we have some U10s.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, they really are. I want to celebrate these gorgeous scallops with a little bit of Lane's Kunami. There's a little citrus, like dehydrated orange. There's some ginger in there. There's some togarashi, which is nice, kind of chili powder. Some poppy seeds. So some big, bold, fun flavors, not to mention seaweed. And I've just seasoned what will be...
Seaweed has a flavor?
Yeah, well, you know, it's got this big, bold umami drive, right? So not only is it used in things like ice cream and different gelatinous things, but it also big, bold umami punch, especially when you heat it up and bring out those essential oils. So ocean with ocean here, surf and surf. We've got our grill stabilized at 450 degrees, and I've got one of my favorite accessories in here, okay? This soapstone. I absolutely love this accessory for its searing abilities. Got a nice fire going. You saw how we started it from the bottom and let that heat rise. We close that dome, let that stone accept all of that big energy, okay? Big, bold, beautiful flavors we're working with. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, not on the scallops themselves, but just right here, as if we were gonna shallow fry directly on the stone. So I'm gonna go right there, and then I'm gonna just try one. And if I don't see a sizzle. So that tells me right now, I'm just gonna leave this lid open and really let that airflow keep this stone up just a little bit more. Now I'm starting to see some little bubbles, but I wanna hear a sear. So this is really important. As soon as we put it on there, it didn't stick. If it was a grill grate, it would have stuck. Because it's a non-porous stone, it just kind of sat there. That's not good. We're not poaching these scallops on the stone. I want a big, bold sear. Let's give it 2 more minutes. So while we're waiting on that to heat up, let's go ahead and chop up some of the other ingredients. So a lot of simple ingredients here, or I guess not a lot of simple ingredients, just a few ingredients, celery being one. That's great. Now we can go ahead and do some of our dill fronds. And I want to keep some for a garnish, but we want it mixed into our salad here. You know, dill and chives just bring a little bit of bite, a little bit of freshness. That's pretty much the prep on this, okay? Nice little piles. We got our mise en place put together, if you will. Now let's grab a little bowl, put a little mayonnaise in there, and this will be the binder or the base. So not too much. We only have so many scallops. We got like 6 scallops here, so we'll just go a little bit of mayonnaise there. Seafood and lemon juice just go hand in hand. Little squeeze. We're good right there, and then go in with the rest of the ingredients. Mix it up, and that is a great little sauce to use for our scallops. I'm hearing the grill sizzle a little bit behind me where we put that oil on there. Let's take a look. Been about 3 minutes since, and I'm feeling a good heat signature here. So let's do it again. A little bit of oil, just like before. There it is.
Beauty.
That's the action. And scallops don't take a lot, but you do have a good opportunity to get a big, bold sear. So high temperature is the key here. Now that we've got them all on the soapstone, we're going to go ahead and season that other side that we've just revealed. Beauty. And because we're putting so much seasoning on this, that's why we didn't really season the sauce itself or that binder itself, okay? We're using Duke's mayonnaise, which is a little saltier than, say, Hillman's or Kewpie. Okay, so know your ingredients and always taste as you're going. I'm hearing that great sizzle right now. That's what I want. While these beauties are searing, I want to go ahead and separate these traditional top cut buns, okay? You see a lobster roll, it's that top cut we're looking for. I just want to toast those off a little bit on this stone. And we don't want to press them too hard. We just want to slightly open them like so. And just kind of wake them up. Beautiful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the dome for just a second. Well, let's look. Pretty nice. How about the back? Still a little more time. Let's close this dome for just a second. I want to lock in some of that natural lump charcoal flavor. Even though this is a fast cook, don't forget when you're using charcoal, your fuel source is your secret ingredient. So we're seasoning everything that's inside that grill right now under the dome with our fuel source. It's going to taste of the grill, even though it's a 5-minute cook. So About 1 minute there, we'll open up, we'll take our, I'm getting ahead of myself. Give it 1 minute. Beauty. Just a little textural contrast. Looks good. We'll take these off and we'll give them a flip. Starting to look nice, firm up just slightly. Sometimes I like to use a fish spatula too. Little positive pressure here, just shimmy underneath. That's what I'm talking about. And we want to move to a different space as well. We just soaked up all the energy, sucked up all the energy there. So where these scallops have been are the coolest place on the entire grill surface right now. So new space. Let's do a kind of a dry sear on this side. Oh, those are stunning. Because we've got a nice sear, we close that dome. The scallops themselves are probably 80% cooked. We just want a little more caramelization on that bottom side. Then we're gonna pull off and let them rest just for a minute. So probably another sear for 1 more minute, and we'll pull them off. The stage is set. All right, everything is pretty much done except for the slicing. And remember, the scallops are the money, right? So we don't want to cut them into such small pieces that we can't identify them. So I would say for these U10s, we're going to cut them into 6 pieces.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. And that might even be a little too big for a bite. So if you see something that looks a little aggressive, maybe slice it. Maybe we do 8ths. Look at that. Just luscious, meaty scallop piece.
Oh, right into the sauce.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I went a little fast there. Right directly into the sauce. And
Nice.
notice I've got those big pieces. And now,
it's gorgeous.
without beating them up, just a little bit of a stir. Maybe that's even a nice little move there.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. All right, let's grab our buns. We're gonna lay a little bit of lettuce right there. And then we're gonna pile high with our scallop salad. Kind of mohawk it right down the middle there.
Man.
Mm-hmm. A dish like this really brings it home for me, right? When I'm trying to elevate the game on the grill just a little bit, but keep it super simple. This is a perfect way to do it. Something about scallops speak to the same level as me as like caviar, right? But they're accessible, okay? You want U10s, you want dry packs, you want big bold sears, and you want fresh flavors. Love to garnish this with a little bit of potato chips just to keep that theme of keeping it simple. It makes it more approachable. All right, let's also garnish with some deconstructed pieces like the chives and the dill itself. This is a stunning, fun dish. We make a lot of delicious things on the channel, but this is ridiculous. Stuff of legends here. Like, just fresh, ocean forward, super approachable with the textural contrast, right? And the celery plays that as well. Folks, don't forget to do all the things. Subscribe, like, please do leave us a comment. We love watching those. Don't forget to keep it simple, make it perfect. And from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.